So I had an opportunity. Amarachi is here. She's the one who asked me to come do this. Okay. And she says, "Hey, it's Black History Month. We want."
You missed about a day.
No. This was last week. Relax, okay? She said, "This is Black History Month. We would like some of the notable Black athletes that we know." Shawn King also went in too. I said, "Yo, I'll do it because it's Tuesday. I mean, it doesn't have to be Black History Month. It's a special moment for me to do it, and I will be back." But we went in there, and I didn't even know what to expect, and I got much more out of it. But I'd like to invite, welcome to the PorterWay Podcast. Introduce yourself, please.
Hi, my name is Melina. I am a behavior analyst at Lacuna Autism Services.
Perfect.
And then this is our regional director.
Yeah, my name is Chris Manska.
I met Chris.
We met last time when you came, and it was a really good experience having you there. Kids really enjoyed you.
What tell everybody what Lacuna Autism Services, what you guys do. One of you.
Yeah, so what we do, we provide what we call applied behavior analysis, and that's basically a science that we use to help increase certain skills, reduce a lot of the behaviors and help get things going for these kids. And the primary focus is increasing their communication, working on those social skills. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What are the ages that you guys help in service?
We have, age range of like,
all the way from 2
up to like 10, 11.
11? Yeah.
Yeah, right now, yeah.
Is there a qualification to get into the program, or is it just kind of we service you if you know about us and find us?
So a lot of the individuals that receive services at Lacuna Autism Services are diagnosed with autism or other intellectual disabilities. And so when a child or when an individual is diagnosed with a disability like that, they have social communication, they have social disabilities, communication disabilities, and also behavioral deficits that we really focus on. And so it's really almost like behavioral engineering. We manipulate our environment to make sure that these children receive the best outcome in life, teaching them skills to live independently, to be the best version of themselves. And so, for example, if a child is an eloper, they run outside of the door. We manipulate that environment by closing the door, as simple as that. Mm-hmm. And I love listening to your podcast. And so I was like, oh my gosh, ABA can be applied to boxing the same way as we do antecedent interventions. Mm-hmm. It's preventing a behavior from happening. Yeah. And so when you're cornered, what's the first thing you guys do is move away from the corner so you prevent them from cornering you. So those are some of the things at Lacuna Autism that we as behavior analysts provide. Interventions to help decrease behaviors, replace those maladaptive behaviors to more appropriate behaviors and helping them succeed.
Very good. Listen, I'm going to be completely honest. So you invited me, right? And until morning of, I just thought I was going to see kids. I didn't understand that I was coming to an autism, what would you call it? It's not really
it's a clinic.
Clinic, there you go. Yeah. I didn't know I was coming to an autism clinic. And complete blessing for me. I had to stop at Mother House and pick up some gloves to sign. And those were the gloves that we were going to use to sign. And so I was like, well, let's just take them in. And I thought that I was going to take them in and hang out with some kids for a little while and just let them look at the gloves. And when I walk in, when we pull up and I see the name of that's when it clicked. I said, oh, I didn't know what age I was coming into. So when I come in and there's 3-year-olds running around, there's 5-year-olds running around, and it was just, for me personally, it was just beautiful. God started to move in me like really, really quickly. And I've always been someone, and I know if you've been paying attention to me, PorterWay Podcast, and if you've been paying attention to me, you know I'm a little bit more connected to just life in general than most people. So what I'm saying all that to say, it clicked very, very quickly that boxing and autism for the sake of words, they go hand in hand. You can help and you can service and you can improve the mind, the body, the everything with boxing. So like, for instance, we have what we call a cadence, or we have, combinations that we have to remember, or we have, our stance and we have certain techniques that we have to use and things like that. All of that can go into helping these kids improve their mechanic skills and the whole nine. And so I came into the autism and into the room, and I see all the kids, and I was like, wow, okay, how do I connect with these kids? And so I was like, okay, let me try to communicate with them, get their names, things like that. And then I was like, wow, like I'm in the perfect position right now because I know exactly how to help these kids. And so I just throw the gloves on them and I start hanging out with them and kind of like not really teaching them boxing, but just trying to help them have fun in a way that they don't get to have fun, which was told to me. I was like, all right, cool. We gonna hang out and we're gonna play some music. And Mac didn't show up, but it was all good. But I want you guys to tell me why you are with Lacuna.
Well, the reason we're with Lacuna, out here in Las Vegas, it's a very unique experience that we offer there. And, between the staff that work there and the clients we serve, like it's a special thing that we have there. And yeah, I mean, it's just something I was already in this field, and I was just looking for a place where it's going to feel like a home for, all of us. And
how did you find this field?
I found this field.
How did you get into, what was you said, autism, that's where I'm going to work?
Big influence came from my brother. He's also a behavior analyst. My mom's a therapist. So it's just kind of been in my family to kind of service people.
Very good.
Yeah.
Very good. See, that's where it starts. And you?
I started when I was really young. I originally was a chemistry major, and so I wasn't going for ABA at all. And then I was teaching children who were on the spectrum how to swim because I was a water safety instructor. And I told my parents, I was like, this is something that I love. This is something that I love. So I hindered on changing my major my sophomore year to psychology. And then after that, I was like, wow, this is what I want to do. It's the moment where I had a child. He did not have any limbs, and he was about 3 to 4 years old. And I taught him how to swim 25 yards just to kick, go on his back, kick, to go on his back and swim. And from that moment, my life changed where I was like, I want to be helping these children. I want to help this community because I feel like I could make a difference being there. And so for me, that moment has impacted my life forever.
Very good. Very good. Let's leave the information for anyone who's watching that is in the Las Vegas area, knows someone who's in the Las Vegas area, and can direct them to Lacuna Autism Services.
So yeah, you can find us, just Google Lacuna Autism Services. We're currently in the Las Vegas area. We're looking to expand, in the Henderson area possibly. Anybody looking who's really looking for a unique experience where they want to have the opportunity to help a kid, help a child in need, help a family, that's something we have to offer. And, it's a good home for that.
And for me, go ahead.
Yeah, individuals who are starting to find out their careers, please come to Lacuna because we have so many BCBAs who have different experience, who will be able to provide you that education to grow. We take individuals with high school diplomas, and we also take individuals in their undergrads, and we help provide that certification to become a registered behavior technician. So you earn your 40 hours. After you earn your 40 hours, we go ahead and we supervise you. We provide that hands-on training inside of the clinic. And if you wanted to pursue a career in behavior analyst or become a board-certified behavior analyst, I apologize, then we will help you pursue those hours to get them.
Perfect. And I know I spoke to you before about donations and things like that. I'm sure Lacuna Services, Autism Services you guys are gonna get something put together so that we can again get this on and get people to if you're in San Diego and you will never be in Vegas at all, but this touches your heart, you're connected to this in some way and you want to donate eventually, there will be a way to donate. So this is kind of just who I am and what I do. I try to find ways to help and motivate, inspire, and things like that. So I wanted you guys to come in as my motivational message for this week's episode. And this is what I personally want to tell everybody. Amarachi invited me, and I don't think that I mentioned to you that I was going to Saudi, but because I was waiting to get the day of my flight information. But the moment I got my flight information, I said, it's not going to work. And you said, well, what about coming in the morning of before you leave? I had a 12 o'clock flight. And no, I'm sorry. I had a 2 o'clock flight. But I needed to be at the airport by 12. And so she said, if you can come in at 10, please come in. I said, I'll be there. And I'm not saying that to brag or anything like that. I just want everybody to know that you're never too big to help. You're never too important to put yourself in a position to give back and help someone else. Whether that's just put a smile on someone's face, even bigger, whatever it is that you can do, knowing what I had ahead of me, I still made the time because number one, I was committed to it, but I was more so committed from a standpoint of I don't want to let the kids down. I had no clue what I was walking into, and it was much bigger than I even knew. So Amarachi, thank you for inviting me in, and please, whenever you're bored and you want to have fun, let me know and I'll come back. But yeah, just remember, you're never too big to help. You're never too important to assist. And I mean, if we start helping and we start assisting much more, this world is going to be a whole lot better than it is right now. So this is the PorterWay.